Yeah, do it. It'd be cool. I saw Macklin yesterday and his buddies. And his buddies in the weight room.
Oh, yeah.
I showed him a little thing or two about throwing weight around.
They're all a little bit bigger than you.
They are. They are. That's why I was like, holy cow, how are you?
Yeah, you're probably tucked up like this.
Wow. Wow.
Like they even make me look small.
They are tall. Well, when I was looking at him, Macklin was shorter than them. All of them.
Yeah.
It's like, geez,
He's shorter than the rest of them?
pretty much. I don't know about all of them, but the one was like 6'7", it looked.
Yeah. Nick, he's like 6'7".
Yeah. I asked him, I said, if you guys want to touch one, let's go. They said, all right, yeah. Let's
No, they
go.
would have kicked you out. They probably just
I
like.
don't know, probably. I like kicking.
Just pick him up and throw him.
I'll try to wrestle him to the ground.
Sarah, you are not coming. to
Sarah,
my
watch it. Too much Bachelor in Paradise back there.
There better be no Bachelor in Paradise at my house.
Okay, all right. So describe the agents of socialization we discussed yesterday in class. Also, detail what the looking glass self is and the 3 phases. I don't think I got to talk about the 3rd phase yesterday, did I?
You kind of say you slid it in there.
Slid it in right at the bell. Right at the bell.
I just typed
Threw it in.
I can copy and paste it.
Oh.
It's December. 24 days till Christmas. Oh, why so fast? I don't have any.
Your dad tell you?
He did not. Why did you do that to me?
Because I don't know where you're at. I'm worried.
I told you.
I'm worried. You're my responsibility during this time frame. So.
Don't even say that you didn't know where she was at.
Oh, your dad.
I see how.
Your dad emailed.
Emails. when they sent out. Yeah, what do they look like when you send?
I said, I'm looking for this person when she is here. She's on her phone. Doesn't pay attention. She's in the back with Avery. Always BSing. Let them live.
Yeah, Avery knows he's bad.
Yeah. And you don't know the amount of time that Avery's looking at Taylor while you're talking.
Who?
Or listen, Avery. She's obsessed with
She's
Taylor.
her AirPods in almost every day.
Like Taylor.
Yeah, she's
No,
listening to
Taylor
Taylor.
Oh. I
Yeah,
said
so
looking
Avery
at-
listening to Taylor. Oh yeah, no, looking at Taylor Swift.
Okay, all right.
She's not hardcore.
She is,
I do like Swift too.
and she's fine. You listen to her?
Yeah.
Oh, you-
I got a blind spot.
Let's make a lesson plan about Taylor and stuff.
No, like add a picture of Taylor with the slides.
You think it should?
Yes.
All right. Well, today we don't even go over the slides. Bell ringer. And I have vocab, and I just spiel about the vocab the whole time. Good stuff. Good stuff.
No,
Some
Roy
boring.
told me and I wanted
She just
to
put a
try.
picture of Taylor Swift at the end of the vocabulary.
I should. Yeah. Oh, forgot a term. World War One.
Don't put a picture of her.
You know she's from Why I'm Missing.
Taylor Swift? No, she's not.
Yes, she is.
She's from Redding, Pennsylvania.
Why I'm Missing is the place. Really, yeah. That's where she went to school. Gosh, man, get it right. I know. I'm a Swiftie, all right? Come on.
Yeah. She lives on.
Jake Gyllenhaal?
She
Yeah.
also hates. If you put Taylor
Kanye.
and Kanye West on the same
Yes.
slide, she will.
Hates Kanye West.
I love Kanye.
I'll do that, then put Kanye and Taylor on one side.
Yeah, put Kanye and Taylor and.
I like Jake Gyllenhaal too.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
He broke her heart. when she
You ever see the movie Nightcrawler? That's a pretty good movie. So I actually reference that in my government talk. Nightcrawler. Press. Crunch. What's that?
I don't even know what Nightcrawler is, so if I even heard it, it probably would stick in my head.
Okay.
What are we gonna do Friday?
One day. We done?
Yeah.
Need another minute?
No.
Probably for some people that show up late. Okay. Yeah, Madden, or yeah, Macklin say he's coming over to play some NCAA. Make some burgers.
Why is that?
I'll probably need to make like a big 2-pound burger or something for him.
It's like gonna be easy, you too. You're gonna invite me over.
We'll see, maybe when you graduate.
Alright.
Yeah,
Yeah, you need to make sure you have
That was the bet.
Yeah.
That was the bet though. I'm part of the game now.
Gears Tea and pizza
Yeah.
before movies.
I just missed you.
All right, agents of socialization. What do we got? What do we have here? We went over 6 yesterday, and let's review them because that might be on the test. Probably. Oh, okay. Give me 2 of them, Leah.
family and school.
Family and school. Good job. So socialization obviously occurs. Family as your upbringing, your family experiences, your traditions. Maybe it's making ornaments. I don't know. I'm just joking. No. All right, school. All right, socialization at school. Okay, obviously, your peer groups, your friends, and your cool teachers. Right? Yeah. Maybe you're a student of the month, and you get a picture of Jerry Jones. That's neat. Or with a random Dunkin' employee. Yeah. Okay. Good job. Good job. Other 2. Go ahead, Chris.
Phases.
Agents of socialization. Talked about family and school. Come on now.
You're not gonna find it over there.
Oh boy. Madden, go ahead. Give me 2.
Peer groups can work.
All right. Peer groups and work. So I kind of already talked about peer groups, our friends, right? And who we associate ourselves with. Work. Good job. I know I talked about our work buddies all the time and how, maybe working on a lawnmower, I never would have done it before in my life. But since I do it at work, I created a bond between my friend and I over lawnmowers, which is funny. I talked to Andrew today about it. He works at Land Pro. What is it, Land Pro? Yeah, whatever.
Land Pro.
Land Pro. Yeah, awesome. We're talking about tractors today in psych. It was pretty cool. He got all jacked up. Didn't want to talk about the brain at all. Are you okay? Okay. All right. What else did he say, Madden? So he said peer groups, work. Yep. All right. Already mentioned work. And I talked about trapping too. Yeah. I was never into trapping until I met my own friend. I'm like, oh, this is pretty cool. Never would experience that before. But hey, socialization. I know a little bit about trapping. Cool. I trapped a raccoon last year in my front yard. It was the scariest thing in the world. Yes. It was scary. For my cat, not for me. So when I got up to that, well, I left early because I was lifted before school. And my girlfriend calls, you gotta get this raccoon out of the front yard. We're gonna get a package later from Amazon. And if they see this, I'm like, oh my gosh. So I ran home quick before school, grabbed the 22 and pegged it. Yeah. So I looked over in the window though. The funny story was like, right when I was about to shoot it, I brought it up. Oh, here we go. And like right when I shot the raccoon, whenever you kill a raccoon, they just fly around everywhere. They have like spasms. It's weird. It's terrible actually. But this thing had like mange. It should have died anyway. So I looked over in the window. There's my cat looking out the window, like big eyes and everything. It's like, yeah, you're next. Okay, last 2. Tegan. What?
I'm picturing the cat too.
When I threw it off the wall, I guess people were making TikToks off of it too. Yeah, good job. Mass media and religion. Media plays a huge role in socialization. Talked about social media a little bit yesterday. Magazines, newspapers, oh, you name it. The Daily Bugle.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. J. Jonah Jameson. Everything he says is right. Okay, yep. And then religion we talked about yesterday too. Good. All right, finally, we mentioned briefly, I know towards the end I was kind of rushing because we're running out of time. Russian. Talking about the Russian Revolution today. Looking glass self. What does that mean? Sarah?
It has 3 phases.
Okay. What does it mean now? Describe it.
But I got this.
Oh,
I got
okay. Here we go, Chris. You look like Tobey Maguire in the 3rd Spider-Man when he's going through the Gothic
Yeah,
scene.
people are telling me
That's pretty cool. Yeah, with the rings too on. All right, go ahead. Come on, waiting for it.
He was gonna talk, but you talked over it.
Go.
Yeah, interrupted.
Come on.
When people will take on base their sense on self, on their self, on how they believe others.
Okay, yeah, good job. So you're looking at yourself through a mirror and you're trying to understand your characteristics, your personalities, who you are by other people's perception of you. Does that make sense? Okay, all right. So again, you're basing yourself off of other people's opinions about you. Should you do that all the time? Probably not. Probably not. But we do it anyway, right? We do it anyway with what we wear, what we do, how we interact. Oh, it's great. Great. All right, good, good, good. Terms for today. Here we go. I think I split them up.
Yeah.
Oh, 3 phases. Yeah, let's hear them. Jeez, totally forgot. What do we got? Go ahead, Sarah. Phase 1.
We
More
imagine
reading.
how we present ourselves to others.
All right, good. Good job. So we imagine how we present ourselves to others. Good. Phase 2.
We imagine how others present us.
Ooh, yeah, people's opinions.
And phase 3 is we develop feelings.
Yeah, good job. So we start to actually embrace it then, right? We start to have emotional connection to how we think others view us. Wow. Wow, that's pretty crazy, isn't it? Terms. Where'd we stop? Cooley? Looking glass self?
Meade.
Meade.
Yeah,
All right.
you obviously didn't get there, but we wrote it down.
Should I zoom in a little bit more? All right. George Herbert Meade, preparatory stage, play stage, game stage, Irvin Goffman, ooh, and dramaturgy. All right, so I just want to talk about these two sociologists' view on self and how this is going to be representing Goffman's idea of how we have face coverings, right? How we view ourselves through face, and maybe how we have many different personalities or many different views of self, depending on our environment, depending on who we're around. Hey, Miss Paul, how you doing? I'm doing good. So yesterday I called Becky and told her about Mr. Fight and I changed it for homework help today, but I think I can cover it today now. So I already talked to him. I just wanted to make sure you guys know I'm going to take homework help today, and I'm not exchanging it with him in April. Yep. All righty, thank you. Yep, bye.
How's your rare?
Who are you talking about?
Sorry, that one missing.
Who went missing?
The girl that came back in her grade from the dead.
She's not in a grade anymore. We're recording.
We're recording.
Oh, my bad. Actually, I don't know.
He was talking about shaking around earlier, so I don't think we really have high standards.
That's true. My bad.
You're talking about,
Do I talk like that?
Yeah, like cover the camera to cover the sound.
yeah, they can't even see you. They're looking at the screen.
All right, guys. What is this, Batch Bowman Day today?
That's every day. We just take turns.
Oh,
It's our form of bonding.
not too much though.
I spelled Irving.
Oh, it's an E, sorry.
Okay, yeah.
You all right?
Yeah,
I feel like this happens every other day.
I know, it's like, when I'm home alone, school, it's like, come back. I don't do that.
Did you hear that the vaccines moved back
8 or something.
That's because of the new variant.
So I
There's
heard.
another new one? It's called Omicron. Wait.
Current events. Who has it? Dylan.
Dylan.
Give you another minute to finish up.
No.
Oh, what? You done?
Chris isn't done.
Just use the extra
I'm
minute.
not.
Well, we never get through this anyways.
What is your deal today, huh?
Oh.
I'll say, holy cow. Comes in, oh, I saw you yesterday after school. Wish I didn't. Okay. All right.
Listen.
Listen to what? I wasn't in a single.
No.
You think I just for practice? All right, here we go, guys.
I was just pulling a laundry basket.
Get
down the
running.
hall.
And I'm just chasing them around the room. Huh? That too, yeah, that too.
You should have dressed up like that for Halloween.
You already did.
I do every year, every day.
What are you talking about now, dude?
Yeah. Okay, all right, let's get to it here. George Herbert Meade, what do we have? Famous sociologist, obviously, but what's he famous for? What's he famous for here? Leah, what do you got?
Known as the founder of American pragmatics.
Okay, all right, good job. So he comes up with these stages. I know we talked about Piaget's developmental stages a little bit before break, but he's coming up with this new idea of how we imitate ourselves as a young age moving up and how we maybe reflect our personalities or characteristics of who we're around in our environment. So mostly, obviously, our parents, right? I'm sure you got that before. Oh, you remind me so much of your mom or dad or your brother or sister. And again, that kind of goes along the lines of his different stages he explains. And how we go through this intuitive age where we maybe pretend to be roles and assume roles that maybe we look up to. I'm sure all kids with firefighters, police officers, army men. Anyway, that was me. Batman all the time. Dress up. Just kidding. All right. Irving Goffman, what do we have? Madden, go ahead since you want to critique the
Why did
spelling
you
of
skip so far?
already went through those stages.
His best known work is the presentation of self and everyday life, development of symbolic interaction as the sociological perspective was associated with.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay, good. So we're going to talk about dramaturgy today and how Goffman shaped a lot of his views on self being almost like we're in a play every single day, almost like we're acting every day. And in some cases, that's true, right? Where we can think about ourselves and our roles and how we might be different depending on what role we're trying to assimilate, all right, or what we're trying to assimilate here at the time. And that, I think, again, that kind of is, that's something that we could definitely look at, and analyze, and understand it, especially. I know when I get home, I'm the guy that sits on the couch and expects food on the table. I'm just kidding. But yeah, when I'm at school here, I'm a teacher, right? I'm at practice, I'm a coach. When I'm hanging with my buddies, I'm that funny friend that just hangs out. When I'm with my brother, I'm the one always giving him some crap when we're doing hunting or when we're playing a game or whatever. Yeah, so again, we'll talk about different ideas of his and perspectives of self And again, how he views it as a play, as a theater, okay, and how we're acting through our daily lives, which I guess you can understand in a way. Alrighty, so yesterday we talked about the looking glass self and how Cooley believed, though, we were just kind of assuming our self based on other people's opinions about us, how we're looking at ourselves through the mirror, right? And how we are trying to shape our personality, our characteristics, who we are, depending on someone else's opinions, depending on someone else's thoughts of us. And phase 3, I didn't get to talk about that yesterday, kind of rushed through it. We develop feelings, shame, pride based on these. And again, I mean, even today with social media, we can reflect that and how we're always trying to maybe assume a version of ourselves that maybe is unreachable. And it might be emotionally draining for us to try to achieve that role. And in all reality, we might not be able to reach that, right? Okay, so that's kind of a good example of maybe today we can reflect on this version of ourselves that maybe is unattainable and it causes emotional hardships. Or maybe it's pride, right? Maybe it's a version of ourselves we're trying to keep up to date with, right? That we're trying to make sure that we're reaching that satisfaction or that accomplishment, right? And a good example of maybe you're involved in sports, right, Madden? You got to achieve the highest at your success with softball, or Tegan with soccer, right? You got to assume that role. If not, well, looking back at it, you might not reach someone else's standards, right? Like a parent or a coach. Oh, those hard parents, I tell you, they're always trying to push you to the extent. Can't stand it. It's like, back off. This is my life. Leah, you and the Trojanettes, right?
There's no role you can move up.
Oh,
You're just the same.
all right. Well, maybe
You get chosen.
an audience, someone in the audience, right? Like your parents. You make sure you got to perform to that rank here. If not, you're gonna be pushed out in the streets at home or something.
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. Roy, making orders, right? I'm just kidding. The Cowboys. Those Cowboys better, they better look through the camera and right at you, sitting and watching them. If not, man, they might not be in your heart anymore. All right, here we go. Meade stages of self. So these are the stages I was talking about with vocab. So preparatory stage, children imitate those around them as they age, begin to use symbols, gestures, words to communicate. This is a good example with these kids. A lot of times when I'm over at my friend's house, he has 6-year-old, 4-year-old, 2-year-old. And when we're playing video games, there's sometimes where I mess up and I say a word that I shouldn't. What do you think the kids do? They tattle on me, yeah. Or worst case, yeah, they say the same word that I said. That happens too often. And then I look at my buddy and he's looking at me. Thanks. Now I gotta make sure that it's out of his head. Like, yep, my bad. So these are like behaviors. And there's a lot of times too, with our parents. Okay, we might walk like them, talk like them, act like them. And in many cases, I'm sure we can find a clear relationship with that. I always get, oh, you look like your dad. Great. Now my dad has a huge beer gut. Hopefully I don't get that when I get over. Oh, he does. What? Soda gut. Yeah, soda gut. Oh, whoa. Yeah, but I always get that, oh, you look exactly like him. Oh, great. Play stage, children begin to pretend to be others. So role taking. I'm sure we know that child that dresses up like a firefighter, dresses up like a cop, and acts like they're playing these roles when in all reality, I have no idea what it's all about. Dressing up like a superhero. Who knows? Do it every day. Yeah. With my lightsaber at home, pretend to be a Jedi. Whenever we walk into Walmart, there's doors that open up automatically. I always go up and like, yeah, there it is. Yep. Still got the powers. Yep. My girlfriend hates that. She goes, why? You look so ridiculous.
My dad does that at the red lights. He likes
Oh,
fingers.
yeah. That's a good one too. You ever snap and he's like, oh, it's not working.
Yeah.
And it goes. That's funny. I used to make a Vine back. Well, I made a Vine back in the day. This is before your time, I guess.
You know what Vine is?
Do you?
Yeah.
Do it for the Vine. Right? I used to, like the one time I got out of my bed, it was all messy, and I'm like, oh, gotta make the bed. And I snapped. It was like, whoo, done. And that was funny.
My dad doesn't.
20 likes on Vine.
More than you get on your YouTube videos.
Whoa. All right, Leah, you can head out whenever. I know. I didn't even do anything to you. I didn't say anything. Game stage. 8 to 9 years, no longer just play roles, but begin to understand the task relationships of others. Meade used the term generalized self to refer to attitudes, viewpoints of society that child takes into consideration in his or her behavior. So what role we should assume depending on our location, depending on our environment, right? And like, let's say we go to the doctor's office, we're a patient, right? We're gonna make sure that we abide by the rules and listen to what they have to say, right? Not all the time, I guess. When you're in school, you shouldn't be dissing your teacher all the time. I'm just kidding. All right, there you go. So Meade stages of self. You guys good with that?
Yeah.
So we got the looking glass self with Cooley, right? And now we have Meade in his different stages of the preparatory, play, and game stage. I think we can look at that and reflect. Yeah, we understand that often happens with children as they're growing up, as they're developing. All right, so we'll skip through this to do now here. All right, so last one here, Irving Goffman, presentation on self. So he believes that we kind of just go through this stage where we're acting like we're in a theater, like we're constantly acting, that we actually don't have our own form of personality or own form of self. We're just trying to mimic what we believe should fit our role, right? Okay, what our role performance should be in certain environments, certain places. And face work is a great explanation of how, you guys ever hear the saying, they wear multiple hats? Yeah, so meaning that wherever you're located, I can do many different jobs. I can perform many different roles, depending on what I'm trying to perform at that time, what I'm trying to, or what environment I'm in. And he's just saying that we're constantly acting, that we're just going through this almost theater-like role, okay, where we're trying to become an actor depending on what we're doing, where we're located, what environment we're in. So right now, you guys are students. You're just sitting here typing notes, pretending like you're listening and understanding information. Or you're dazing off into the chalkboard, think about Spider-Man. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. Think about drinking Gears tea and eating pizza outside the movie theater. Yeah, there it is. There it is. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, so again, he's just visualizing and understanding that we are trying to fit to the certain form, a certain role, depending where we're located. Okay, when we're at home, we're acting like an upstanding child, I guess, right? Doing your chores. You're, I don't know, taking care of the household. Leah, do you do chores at home?
I clean my bathroom.
You have your own personal bathroom.
No, my sister shared, but I have to clean it.
Why than your sister? Oh,
And she's lazy.
oh, okay. All right, there you go. And then, I don't know, when you're on the softball field, right? You have to perform a role of being a good softball player, being respectful to your teammates and your coach.
I don't like that.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Same thing with soccer, right? Tegan. Yeah, okay. So you guys understand Irving Goffman's view of self? We're trying to be actors, right? We're trying to fit this theater-like environment where we are. We're trying to assume roles depending on where we're located, where we're at. That's kind of weird too.
Some
It's
people
like
never
we're
like
acting.
ourselves.
Constantly.
A bunch of people.
Yeah, like you'll pick up traits and characteristics of other people, like famous actors maybe, or famous people, or even your parents or your brother, or your sister. We're trying to, take some of these attributes, these traits, and apply it to ourselves, and we're just acting at that moment. I guess you can kind of reference that a lot. Again, here I am teaching. When I'm at home, I have a different self, right? A different version of myself, a personality that might be totally different than here in the classroom. I get that a lot. It's like, oh, why don't you be a little bit nicer here? No, I'm just joking. I'm a nice guy. I'm a good boyfriend. I do what I need to do. My dad. Hey, watch it up back there. Okay. My dad's name's Brian. I thought you meant about being a good kid. All right. Okay.
Who's got to get your dad?
Yeah, he did. He did.